Hi guys, Casper MMA here today, back with another UFC prediction video on the channel. Today giving my predictions for UFC Perth, Della Maddalena versus Prates. Now, last week was Sterling versus Zalal. Very boring card. Don't know why I stayed up to watch it. To be honest, I was almost falling asleep by the end. I think there was like 2 finishes on the entire card, 13 decisions or something along those lines. It was like, yeah, just a lack of finishes in the Apex as well. Wasn't much going on, but we did alright on picks. I think every prediction we got right. We also got the method of victory right as well, which is pretty impressive. We've got Sterling as well as an underdog. We're surprised who's the dog as well. But yeah, overall, good prediction week. But we're back here again this week with another fight night, and I'm going to give my predictions for it today. But before I do that, make sure you guys are new around here and you're enjoying this content, you go down below and hit that subscribe button. It's free and it's much appreciated. So there's a total of 13 fights on this week's card, and we're kicking things off with the first prelim of Cody Steele versus Dom Ma Fan. Now, I'm going to back Fan to win this fight. I reckon he gets it done. He's fighting in his home country of Australia. 9-2 record. He's on like a 5-fight win streak at the minute. He's only had 2 losses in his whole career. Both of them coming to Quillan Salkilld, who's fighting on this card as well. I mean, not too bad losses to have. Lost both of them fights by rear naked choke as well. Around that, though, he's undefeated. He's looks pretty good as well. Got 5 decision wins. One on the UFC in his last fight. I think it was like a part of the road to the UFC or something like that. So he's been doing alright. Not really beat too many people high level, but I mean, to be fair, beat 11-0 guy in road to UFC, then beat a couple other guys. So not been getting the finishes, but getting the job done. And his opponent, Cody Steele, 7-1, 31 years of age, fighter from America. Won on the Contender Series, got into the UFC over Chase and Blair, but lost his debut against Rong Zhu. Lost his undefeated record as well. So I mean, overall, I mean, he's all right fighter. Has a few finishes now and again, but I don't think he's going to be finishing Fan in this fight, and I reckon Fan gets it done by decision. Now we move at the card to Jonathan Micallef versus Themba Gorimbo. Now I'm picking Micallef to win this fight. I think he's a very good fighter. He's an Australian man, 9-1 record, 27 years of age. Just beat Elliott in his last fight, which is impressive. I picked him to win that fight as well. I do think Elliott's a decent fighter, but I thought Micallef it would be too good for him, and it proved right. He beat Juicer in his debut, also won the Contender Series. I mean, yeah, he's a pretty good fighter. Only 1 loss in his career. He's fighting at Gorimbo, who's a Zimbabwean man, 35 years of age now, so getting on a bit. Also lost his last 2 fights. Lost a submission to Luke, then lost to Jeremiah Wells in his last fight, so he's not been doing too well. Wasn't a 4-fight win streak at one point, but yeah, he's had a few losses in the UFC, and overall, he's decent, but he's quite average, I feel like. And yeah, I mean, he's been subbed twice in the UFC, been subbed 3 times in his career. I feel like Micallef could get a sub here. Subbed Elliott in his last fight, so I'm going to back Micallef to win by submission. And now we move up the card to Wes Schultz versus Ben Johnston. Now, I'm backing Schultz to win this fight. I mean, he's not at the best of times in the UFC. I mean, he was on the Contender Series, got KO'd by Abdul Malik, then went away, came back on the Contender Series and won against some other guy. Then he came to the UFC in his debut, fought Penis, and lost to that fight. So he's not been getting the most favourable matchups in the UFC. But he's I still feel like he's a very good fighter. He's obviously very good at submissions. So on the ground, he's very good. He's got 5 wins by submission. He won by like a Suloev stretch on the Contender Series, wherever that is. And yeah, overall, he just got a lot of submissions. He's fighting Ben Johnston here, who's an Australian man, 5-1 record, 35 years of age. Just been signed to the UFC for this fight. Coming out of like Eternal MMA. He looks pretty good, to be fair. I mean, he's got 4 wins by submission, 1 win by KO, and then 1 loss by KO. But he's on a 4-fight win streak. Managed to get his chance in the UFC with only 6 professional fights. But I mean, he's 35, getting signed to the UFC. I mean, Wes Schultz, he's 29. I feel like Wes Schultz will be the better fighter here. I mean, I don't know how much like high-low experience like Ben Johnston's going to have coming into this fight. Like the opponents he's fought coming up to 5-1. So I'm going to back Wes Schultz to win this one. I feel like even though Ben Johnston's got 4 submissions, wins himself, I feel like Schultz will be better on the ground. I mean, he's got a really good submission game. So I'm going to back Schultz to win by submission. And now we move up the card to Colby Thicknesse versus Vince Morales. Now, I don't know if you say Thicknesse or Thicknesse or whatever, but I don't know because he's got an E at the end of his name. But we have Colby Thicknesse. He's an Australian man, 8-1 fighter, and I'm picking him to win this fight, you know. I mean, he's had 2 fights in the UFC. beat an 8-1 opponent in Meerschaert by decision, and also lost a decision to Alexander Topuria. Topuria's like brother, I think, maybe cousin, some relation to Topuria. But I feel like he's only one win, one loss, not too bad. He's fighting Morales, who's on a 3-fight losing streak, hasn't won in the UFC on his second stint, because he was in the UFC about a while ago. He's in total he's 3-8 in his UFC career, so not that great, to be honest. I mean, outside the UFC he looks good, but not that great in the UFC. So I feel like this matchup's pretty self-explanatory. I feel like I'm picking most of the home guys to win, to be fair, but I reckon the Australian man's going to take this one. I just feel like he's a better fighter, so I'm backing Thicknesse to win by decision. And now moving up the card, where Jacob Malkoun versus Gerard Meerschaert. Now, this I don't even need to talk about this matchup. I mean, Malkoun's going to win. How he wins, I don't know. Maybe we can talk about that, because he's never had a submission before in his career, Malkoun. He's had 6 wins by decision, 3 wins by KO. But, I mean, Meerschaert is just terrible. He's 38. I mean, why are we... I'm surprised he's not, like, retired or something. I don't know why he's still getting fights. But, I mean, you never know. He could pull off something here. Just get a cheeky submission out of nowhere or something. But, realistically, we're going to see Malkoun win this fight. But, what I was saying for me is, like, Meerschaert's been subbed so many times. Like, it's always open for a submission chance. But Malkoun's never had a submission. So... I feel like we're either going to see a boring decision win for Malkoun, or the most likely option I can see is Malkoun winning by KO. Next up on the prelims, we have Junior Tafa versus Kevin Christian. Now, this is a tough matchup for me to predict, because both these guys just aren't that great, I think. I mean, Junior Tafa, what a fighter. 6-5 record, Australian man. I mean, he's lost 4 of his last 5 fights. His only win over Sean Sharaf, which, I mean, if he lost that, I mean, he might as well never do MMA ever again. But, he's just been getting subbed. He got KO'd by De Lima. Like, honestly, he's 2-5 in the UFC. I would not be surprised if he gets cut if he loses this. And to be honest, I think he does. I think he loses to Kevin Christian here, the Brazilian man. 9-3 record for him. Came into the UFC from the Contender Series. Got a submission in that, but then lost to Billy Elikana. To be fair, Billy Elikana is quite a good fighter, to be fair, being on a 3-fight win streak in the UFC. So to be fair, first fight, not a bad loss, to be honest. He could build on it, to be fair. He's 31 years of age. And honestly, maybe Tafa wins, who knows. I mean, I feel like Tafa, the only chance of winning is probably like getting a KO, but I can't see it really. So I'm going to back Kevin Christian to win, and I reckon he gets a submission. Next prelim, we have Cam Rowston versus Robert Bryczek. Now, I think Cam Rowston is going to win this one. I'm fully on the Rowston hype train at the minute. I mean, he came from the Contender Series after like his second time or something. Got a win in round number 1 by KO. Then he's been on a 2-fight win streak. Both wins coming by KO as well. So, I mean, he's pretty good. I mean, there's 6'3", 31 years of age. He's a good fighter. He's fighting Bryczek here, who's 18-6 Polish man, 35 years of age. Honestly, not a bad fighter, to be honest. Lost in his debut to Peteria by decision, but KO'd Brad Tavares in his last fight in round number 3, so that's impressive. And before that, he's a decent fighter outside of the UFC as well, in like Octagon and stuff. But I don't know, I just don't see him winning this fight, to be honest, against Rowston in his home country. With the hype behind him and that. So I'm going to back Rowston to win this fight. And I reckon he continues his KO streak. And I reckon Rowston wins by KO. And now we're up to the main card now. Tai Tuivasa versus Louie Sutherland. Now, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm picking Tai Tuivasa to win this fight. I mean, it's a rough one. I mean, if he's meant to fight Sean Sharaf, so I mean, I would have backed Tai Tuivasa to win that anyways. But like, honestly, I mean, this is a battle of who's worse, like movable object versus stoppable force or something like that. It's like he's lost his last 6 fights in a row. I wouldn't be surprised if he's still in the top 15 heavyweights. I mean, he probably was for a time, because like there is literally no one else in the division, and they love to keep him in the rankings. Because I remember kept opening Twitter and people be like, "Why is Tuivasa still in the rankings?" and that. But he's probably not anymore. He's 14-9 record. I don't know. He's just terrible. I don't know what happened to him. He was on such a good run, and then it just declined. And then he's fighting Louie Sutherland here, who's had a horrid time in the UFC. lost to Walker by submission, lost to Peričić, who's fighting on this card, by KO in round number 1. I mean, I think he's, if you look at the pictures of him before the UFC and then in the UFC, he was definitely juiced up on the regionals. I think that's why he won quite a few fights. So this is the real Sutherland coming out. Yeah, I feel like he's going to lose again, but I can't see anything flashy happening in this fight. So I reckon it's going to be a boring heavyweight. So I'm going to back Tuivasa to win by decision. Next up, we have another insane heavyweight matchup. We have Shamil Gaziev versus Brando Peričić. Wow, we're really getting all the good heavyweights out here. We have Shamil Gaziev, who I will not be picking in this fight. I'm picking Peričić, you know. I mean, to be honest, Gaziev might be able to get it done here, you know. I mean, he did lose in his last fight to Carlos Acosta, but to be honest, Carlos Acosta is one of the good heavyweights in the division. I thought we were about to see the Gaziev like title run before that. I mean, beating Dontel Mays by decision, KOing Thomas Peterson. I thought, oh, it's only up from here. Was meant to fight Spivak so many times, got cancelled. Wilder Carlos Costa steps in, KOs our beloved Gaziev. And I don't know, I see the same story here. I don't see Gaziev beating Peričić, to be honest, in Australia as well. Peričić 6-1, just beat Louie Sutherland, beat Ellison by KO as well, which means 2 round 1 KOs. He's got 5 wins by KO in his career. I mean, he's heavyweights, most of them do. If Gaziev wins, fair play. He's still got it, but I'm backing Peričić to win this fight by KO. And now we move up the cards where Marwan Rahiki versus Ollie Schmid. Now, do we even need to pick this fight? Should I just move on now? Because I didn't really know what I was looking at. I didn't realize like the fight got cancelled at first. I was like, who the hell is Ollie Schmid and why is he on the main card? But I think Jack Jenkins was meant to fight Rahiki and then pulled out. But we've got Ollie Schmid, the New Zealand man, 4-2 record. Wow, he looks pretty good. You know, he's on a 3-fight winning streak. Beat a 0-2 opponent, beat a 0-0 opponent, and then got a KO win in his last fight. I mean, he doesn't have a win over an opponent with a winning record, so that's something to get into the UFC with. But I mean, I guess fair play to him for stepping up. I mean, on like I don't know how many couple of days notice, probably whenever this got announced. But we've still got Rahiki on the card at least. 23 years old, looks a real prospect. He looks very good. Fought in the Contender Series, won. Beat Harry Hardwick in a very entertaining fight. That was like fight of the night. Broke Hardwick's jaw as well. I mean, Hardwick could not have stopped that fight if he didn't have to. That was a crazy fight, and what a dog. But yeah, Rahiki's going to do nasty things in this fight. If Ollie Schmid wins, it's probably one of the biggest upsets of all time. God knows what the odds would be for that, but I don't think they're out at the minute. But yeah, Rahiki's going to do anything he likes. I don't even know what to predict here. I reckon I'd just go with KO, but you could submit him, could do style on him, who knows. But I'm going to back Rahiki to win by KO. And now we move up the card to Tim Elliott versus Steve Erceg. Now, I think I'm going to back Steve Erceg to win this fight. But to be fair, Tim Elliott has been on a good run, on a 2-fight winning streak. Beat Sumiderji by submission, then beat Kai Asakura by submission as well. I mean, I don't know what Kai Asakura is doing. I don't know if he's got a fight booked, but it was impressive. Everyone thought Asakura was going to bounce back after he's lost to Pantoja and beat Tim Elliott, but I mean, he fumbled it completely, and now Tim Elliott's on a decent run. I mean, overall, Tim Elliott's a pretty decent opponent. I mean, fighter even. He's on 10-11 in the UFC. Fought a lot of people, you know, like everyone at the top of the division and stuff. So overall, yeah, he's a good fighter. Been around a while, 39 years of age now, which is probably why I'm picking against him. You know, he's getting to the end of his career against Erceg, who's a very game fighter. I mean, that fight with Pantoja, people probably still argue he won it to this day. But then since then, he went on a bit of a bad run, losing to Kai Kara-France, Brandon Moreno. But he finally got a win, beat Ode Osborne in his last fight by decision. And yeah, overall, I still think he's a good fighter, even though he had a bit of shaky time. I think he just got pushed too hard, too quickly. I mean, if he was built up, I feel like could have seen a very good fighter in Erceg. But you never know. He's still got time, only 30 years old. And yeah, I reckon he wins this fight. I don't see Tim Elliott getting a submission win here. Maybe he does, that'd be crazy, but not very likely. So I'm going to back Erceg to win by decision. And now moving up the card to Beneil Dariush versus Quillan Salkilld. Now, I'm backing Salkilld to win this fight. The UFC definitely know what they're doing. They see a start in Salkilld and they're pushing him. Co-main event here against big name in Dariush now. And I don't know, to be honest, I feel like he gets it done. Obviously, Dariush, very good fighter. His record recently not been the best, lost 3 times. out of his last 4 and been KO'd 3 times as well. But, I mean, he still beat Moicano in the middle of that. Beat Gamrot before that, Tony Ferguson. I mean, obviously, he's got some good wins in the UFC. 17-7 as well. But he is 36 now, getting on. And Salkilld coming up, he's 26, 11-1. I mean, he's looks so good. He's been KOing a couple of people, submitted Malaki in his last fight. Everyone saw that like Hack Press clip. His like family owns a bakery or something. That was so funny. But yeah, I thought Haqparast died in that fight. That was crazy. But yeah, he's obviously just a very good fighter. Maybe Dariush will do a little fraud checking. You never know. I could see it happening. If I was going to pick anything, Dariush. If we were going to pick Dariush by decision, that's what I'd go with. But I just know I'm backing. I'm fully on the Salkilld hype train. I like this guy. He's pretty good, and I reckon he's going to win in his hometown, well, home country, if you want to say. And I reckon Salkilld wins by KO. And now, the main event time. Jack Della Maddalena versus Carlos Prates. Now, I pondered this for a while. I was going through... I always make my predictions before making this video. And I was so stumped by this main event for quite a while. I was like, who do I pick here? But I've gone with my gut. My gut instinct feels like JDM wins this fight. And I'm not sure why. I don't know. I feel like 5 rounds as well plays a factor into this. I just feel like people are discounting JDM because he lost to Islam, but like it's Islam at the end of the day. Like JDM is still like one of the best boxers in the UFC. I mean, he's so good. I mean, before that he was before that Islam fight, I mean, he was undefeated in the UFC with some good wins and that. He's got so many KOs. Obviously, his opponent has a lot of KOs as well. Carlos Prates is unreal. Like, he's got every chance of winning this as JDM. I think this is we've been deprived of good fights recently in the UFC, and this one is a banger. I can't wait for it. Actually, I don't know what time it's going to be in the UK. Probably like 6 AM, and I'm going to have to stay up. But oh well, who cares? Yeah, I mean, this guy's got 18 wins by KO in his career. Obviously, he lost to Gary, which is kind of weighing into my factor in this fight. I mean, if you're getting like almost outstruck by Gary in that fight, well, no, obviously not in the 3rd round, but like, yeah, Gary kind of was able to like control him and stuff. So we don't know. We might see JDM get a few bit of grappling in here in this fight. You never know. Edwards won the first round against Prates, looked good because he was grappling him. So we'll see what JDM's game plan is here. But yeah, I mean, he's just if you look at both these guys' records, like, it's just performance of the night, bonuses and stuff, like fight of the night, whatever. He's just, both these guys are so good, and yeah, I reckon they're going to put a banger fight on. But I just don't see Prates KOing JDM here. I mean, you could say that for all. I didn't see him KOing Jeff Neal, didn't see him KOing Li Jingliang and that. So he just KOing everybody. So I'm backing JDM though. I could come back to bite me once I see him KO'd, but I'm backing JDM to win this fight by decision. So there are my picks for UFC Perth. Let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree with any of my picks. And that's all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed me, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.